Hello, this is Uncle Jim. In the last video, we were trying a PSA 2-stage trigger in this gun here. And since I still have it out from last night, I think I should talk about it a little bit. Some guys might find this interesting, maybe not. So, first let's take the, excuse the noise. Oh, that Velcro noise. Well, for one, I still like these cheap Velcroed on brass catchers. All you have to do to them is install a box here out of plastic, all right? And they're good. And why I like them is because they fit everything. This can go on an AK, everything. It's still my go-to, and I think I paid $6. So there's that. So that's all you got to do to make those work, and you don't have to fuss around with mounts and stuff like that. It just fits everything. I think I even put it, well, I tried it on the FAL. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, so this is from last night, and we're clear. All right, so I thought I'd talk about this gun before I put it away. Dirty. All right, when I put this gun together, at the time you only had two companies within a decent price range that had all mil-spec parts, and that was Colt and Spikes. Okay, so Spikes kicked it up, and they all did mil-spec, and you know, tested all that stuff just like Colt does, and it was a lot cheaper than Colt. So that's when I built this. This is chrome line days before nitrite barrels, and it's before pistol braces, and so I wanted something super lightweight that was short. So this has a 14.5-inch barrel with a flash hider, so it makes it 16-inch. A 14 with a long flash hider. And this is how it's properly spot welded, pinned and spot welded. All right, and this flash hider is like the best, at least at the time. It does not make a single spark at night. Okay, sometimes they'll ping. Hear that? When you hit your bolt. Silenceco later figured out that if you just took one notch off of this and made them all different heights, it won't have that ping. Here, let me slam the bolt. Hear that? Hopefully you heard that. It rings like a bell. Anyway, I think it was Papa's from Silenceco, where you just make all these uneven and it stops ringing. It's not a big deal. Your gun's already racked. Who cares? All right. So this is basically all Spikes. It's got the Spikes bolt. I don't know if you can see the spider right there. I'll take the handguard off. So Spikes contacted Daniel Defense and had them make a skinny barrel that has a profile to their specifications. And I guess he did experimental whatever to make it accurate, even though it's a really skinny barrel. And so maybe I'll take the handguard off. It's all in here that was to their specs, and Daniel Defense made it for them. All right, so my whole idea before pistol braces and before I had an SBR and all that, I wanted a short, light, easy to run around with self-defense gun that was, I call this my keep it simple stupid gun. Nothing to go wrong. So it has the you know, fixed original front sight, which you cannot go wrong with that. It's built like a tank. It's pinned. There's no way this thing's coming off. So there's that. And then I put the Daniel Defense rear sight that has the Colt style adjustments on the side. There's nothing that can go wrong with that. Totally protected, built like a tank. And so it was a keep it simple, stupid, nothing can go wrong with this, lightweight, easy to carry around gun. Then I put Magpul furniture on it. This is when Magpul just came out. This is a mid-length barrel, mid-length gas, because I like mid-length. It's perfect. So I thought I'd talk about that. I just noticed I got to change these screws. I made a prototype mount. This is a long time ago for a tack light here. Let me see if I can show you. So when you're holding the gun, you got this hook part on the Magpul. You're holding the gun, you can just hit your light fully on or flick it. I'm looking through the camera, so I'm fumbling. So you're not moving at all. Okay, so you can flick and shoot, or you can turn it on. All right. So I made this this side mount that's just a pistol light, stream light, TLR3. And it has held on all these years and no issues, and it's right where you want it. So, I mean, it's right there. However, I just realized I never changed my prototype screws. So, we're probably out of focus. I got to put Allen heads in here, but that was my first prototype front sight mount type deal. And man, you're not... You know, it doesn't get any simple. Keep it simple, stupid, okay? It doesn't get any simpler than that. What else? I think it's got an H3 buffer in it. It's been totally reliable, and I guess there's nothing more to say about this. Everything's basic. But at the time, well, I do have a swivel sling on the back, so... for a Magpul type sling, so you can carry it on your chest, move it around, in and out, easy. But anyway, this was done back when AR's parts were more expensive, if you wanted mil-spec, even though it's not too bad. But compared to today, everything's cheaper. You didn't have the choices you do now. So it was either Colt, and you had guys, Colt only, blah, blah, blah. I went with Spikes. I have a Colt. I have an original SP. But I really like this gun. So maybe I'll take the handguard off, show you the profile there. So here's my dilemma. I got bad eyesight now. And iron sights are great. I mean, you got two choices of peep right here. With the Colt sight style windage adjustment. And that's just so nothing can go wrong. I mean, this is military type, beat the crap out of it type deal. So I want to keep this lightweight. It's a little obsolete now compared to what you can get today. However, it's awesome. It shoots every bit as good as I ever wanted to shoot with iron sights. But now I'm thinking, let's add a tiny bit of weight to it. Even the light on here is lightweight. Okay, let's put a tiny bit of weight on there and put this Holosun with Shake Awake and use the 1/3 co-witness mounts so I can still use my sights. And if anything happened to this, keep it simple, stupid, which I doubt. I still got my sights. So what do you think? Let's put this on there, and we'll do that in a later video and sight it in. At one time, I think I had a Trijicon on there. Okay, a real Trijicon. This came from Iraq. A soldier that used this in Iraq sold it to me. He bought it himself for Iraq. And he said, I'm sorry, I lost the caps on top of a mountain. So I had to buy the adjustment caps for it. He thought that was funny. I was going to put this on there, but it's just not right. It's not right. I think it's too much weight. So what do you think, guys? I'm thinking this little lightweight Holosun 2 MOA with Shake Awake is going to be perfect, and it's not going to ruin the theme of, oh man, sorry about that. It's not going to ruin the theme of keep it simple, stupid, nothing can go wrong type deal. And that's what this whole thing was set up for. All right, I guess that's it, unless I take the handguards off. I don't know. I'm going to debate. Let's cut. Okay, I don't know why I had to cut. The handguard comes off easy. Take the bottom off first, then the top, and do it back in reverse order. Just pull down on the ring here. Also, I said that scope came from Iraq, the Trijicon 2-power scope. That came from Afghanistan. So, Afghanistan, Bananistan, all right? So, that's where he lost the adjustment screw caps on the mountain. All right, so there's that. And we gotta love our mountains, right? So anyway, I'm just gonna pull down on the ring here. I don't need a tool, okay? And that comes off. You got your heat shield here. When I said, I'm an idiot. When I said these were the first Magpols, these were the first Magpul mid-lengths that came out at the time, all right? So I went with those, and I went with green. I don't really have to take the front off to show you the profile here. Are we focused? All right, so Spike designed this and had Daniel Defense make this. What they did was they beefed up this section here to their specs, and for some reason, it's a little beefy right here. For some reason, it doesn't whip like a skinny barrel like my Colt. And this is a 1 in 7 twist, and the Colt is a 1 in 12 twist. Other than that, they're very light barrels on both. As a matter of fact, my Colt's a 20-inch, and that thing's like a toy. It's super light, and I can see why they loved them so much in Vietnam. So anyway, that's basically it. They did their spec chamber and this little extra beef here and in here, and for some reason it doesn't whip. It shoots good, and so I thought I'd show you that. Super simple. Take your handguards off, simple. No tool needed for the ring here, you know, to pull down on. It's just simple, and I do like. I've always liked the hook on the front here where you can put your finger, because I hold the ARs like this, and then I like mid-lengths because you got more handguard, you got mid-length gas, which is softer but still reliable, and it's just a keep it simple, stupid type gun. And even though it might be a little outdated because everything's free-floated now, I still love this. It shoots everything, it does everything I need it, if you're in a self-defense situation, unless you lose your eyesight. So that's where this comes in. All right. I guess that's it. Anything else to talk about? Not really. But at the time, you had less choices. Nowadays, oh my gosh, you can do anything you want with ARs. And so I'm very happy with this still, and I'm always going to keep it like this, other than the screws I got to put on for the flashlight mount. I guess that was the only thread screws I could find at the time. All this is like a piece of a Picatinny rail or a scope mount that I chamfered and beveled, and then put a side piece on here so you can get your tack light on here, which is right there. And it works really good. So there's more powerful lights out there, but I don't want a powerful light indoors. And this light is just fine. I can still see in the backyard pretty good. Anything, that I want to shoot at. And so there's that. So anyway, very happy with this. I think Spikes is very expensive these days, but at the time, they were the best bang for the buck. Mil spec, everything done properly and tested, So yesterday we put in the 2-stage trigger, and that still keeps it simple stupid. It's reliable. I had an enhanced GI trigger put in there many years ago, but I think I'm fine with this. It's got the Magpul trigger piece here, so you can get your gloves in there. If you're wearing gloves, you get more room. I guess that's it. So it doesn't have an extended charging handle on it, but you know, I could do that. I just want to keep the weight down. You really don't need fancy crap. These have worked for guys in Vietnam and beyond, you know, whatever. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting. I thought I would do that before I put it back in the safe. And maybe you didn't find it interesting, but there you go. I thought I'd put it out there while it was still on the desk. But I think this is going to be a big help to me nowadays, because I can't see squat. Until next time, thanks for watching.